And now we're going to turn to another subject when we deal about female leadership, and this is kind of a taboo subject. When we talk about female leadership, there's something we rarely talk about, and this is beauty, and this is our feminine side, and what do we do with it wherever we come from in the world. And we could not find a better person to tell about this subject than Natalia Vodianova, supermodel, mother of three children, and also the founder of the Naked Heart Foundation. So Natalia, we have had someone very special who has a question for you.
Bonjour Natalia, est-ce que la beauté est un atout pour gérer une carrière au féminin? Mais est-ce que c'est pas aussi un frein parce qu'on vous regarde juste pour votre beauté et pas pour ce que vous êtes vraiment? Par exemple, moi, Shrek, qui suis plutôt moche, est-ce que je pourrais réussir? Pourquoi pas dans le mannequinat? Et surtout, would you like to marry me? Je suis Cyril de France.
I feel I have to get up now. Okay, I have to get up. It's really hard to follow the speeches of these wonderful ladies, and I feel I should share this topic with Fatima at least. And it's just, it's really, I think that beauty, external beauty is really, it is a sensitive subject for me, especially. I actually grew up thinking that I'm really not pretty at all. I grew up thinking I'm even worse than average because I was super tall, very skinny, and the boys usually drew me as a skeleton or something horrible like this. And also I grew up in a very poor family. Well, you can't even, it was half of a family. My mother raised us alone. And my little sister was born with cerebral palsy and deep case of autism. So it was specifically hard for me to feel pretty because when I was exposed to society, I often was sharing the place in this world with my sister. And, you know, it was difficult to sort of walk around feeling proud, smiling, and because this was not really my reality. My reality was not really about beauty. I was living in a greyest area of my hometown, Nizhny Novgorod, and I was surrounded by misery and poverty and alcohol and abuse and aggressivity. So anyway, this is my past. However, when I got this, I was scouted to be a model. It was kind of incredible at the time, but when I first came to Paris, I was a very different person than I am today. I was much more aggressive. I thought that everyone wanted to take advantage of me. I was very defensive. I was not very nice. And then I was very lucky that by changing my environment, first of all, I ended up in Paris. It was the first place I arrived, so I was suddenly surrounded by beauty. I was so impressed by people and women on the street being so chic, so simple as well, not in the same way as kind of idea of being beautiful was in my country. A lot of makeup and sort of, you know, tight dresses and actually it was about being more full, voluptuous woman. And here I was in Paris. I was kind of sharing this new platform where I could discover anew myself. And most importantly, I met really wonderful people who taught me very simple things. That told me, you know, Natalia, you have a different opportunity now. You are in Europe. No one wants to take advantage of you. No one wants to use you. We actually really like you, and we want to help you. And actually, one thing that would really help you to discover this and to feel this is smile to people. And it was really, really kind of, I know it's, and I used to, I smiled when I was in the environment of people I like. They say, you have a lovely smile, you should use that more often. And don't be afraid to smile. You seem to be always afraid to smile. And in fact, in my country, we say that if you smile without a reason, you're stupid. So I grew up with this idea that, I can't just come up to someone and smile to them because they'll think I'm stupid. So, this is what we were talking about, the cultural differences. And I see, you hear that preconceived ideas about Russia that we all kind of, a little moody, a little grim. And somewhere this is maybe our cultural differences we are changing today. And anyway, I went out and started trying it out and smiling to people. And it was incredible how it really shaped my life in a very different way. Suddenly I felt that my smiles were answered back, and I had completely different a different life. And it's not that I changed at all on inside. On inside, I was always the same, and I think I remained the same until today. However, it's just I attracted different kind of people to me. And today we speak, and yesterday I hear so much about social business, about making ourselves better, about being better leaders, about having better habits. And actually, to me, everything unites in this. In a way, we want to be more beautiful in one way or the other. And this is, actually, we were earlier talking with Hans, who is from Germany, who works with Professor Yunus, and we were talking about something different on beauty. And he said to me, beauty means, in German, it means to take care. And I said, really? This is so strange, because have Dostoevsky ever lived in Germany? And he said, oh yes, very much so. And another one of my colleagues from Russia said, oh yes, he did live in Germany, that's right. And Dostoevsky's most famous phrase is, beauty will save the world. Well, I think that that's what it is. It's taking care of the world. That's probably what he meant, that will save it, that if each one of us will find that power within us to save the world in a way. And I know Fatima said we can't say the word with words, and definitely not one person, and I agree with that. Of course, it has to be all together, but I found that very interesting. So anyway, back to smiling. It's really by creating this this sort of different environment around myself, I started looking at life very differently and doing very different things eventually as well. So this is how I used, in a way, my industry and the success that it brought me to create Naked Heart Foundation. But I think that really beauty is what I want to really communicate today is, and why I would like to share this place with all the other women, is that, especially who are sitting on the stage today, that each one of you is very, very beautiful, because I believe in the beauty on inside much more than on outside, and what we do and what we say as well is very, very important tools and power. So, thank you.